Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the pretty amazing science behind learning a language as an adult. And spoiler alert, your brain is way more ready for the challenge than you might think, no matter your age. So, how many of us have thought this? You hear someone speaking another language and you think, wow, I wish I could do that, but I'm just too old. It's this super common belief that the window for learning a language just kind of slams shut once you're not a kid anymore. But is that actually true? Yeah, this idea is everywhere. We see little kids just soaking up new words like sponges, and we assume that, well, that magic has faded for us. But what if that's only half the story? It turns out modern science is telling a very different and frankly much more exciting tale. Okay, let's really get into this. To understand what's possible, you've got to first look at the unique strengths that adults, and only adults, bring to the table when it comes to learning. It's a really fascinating comparison, right? On one side, sure, kids are incredible mimics. They can pick up sounds and pronunciation without all the self-consciousness that holds us adults back. But on the other side, we have a massive head start. We come in with a huge vocabulary in our own language, a much deeper grasp of complex ideas, and maybe the most important thing of all, we actually know how to learn. When we decide to learn something, we can bring a level of focus, motivation, and strategy that a kid just doesn't have yet. And this is the key, summed up perfectly by linguistics professor Lourdes Ortega. That intention, that focused drive to learn something new, that's basically an adult superpower. It lets us structure our learning and stick with it in a way that is just incredibly powerful. So, building on that, let's look at what's actually going on inside your brain. Because this isn't just about what you can do, it's also about what learning a language does for you. It's honestly one of the best workouts you can give your mind. The magic word here, the one that makes all this possible, is neuroplasticity. You see, for a long time, the thinking was that the adult brain was pretty much fixed. We now know that's just completely wrong. Your brain has this remarkable, lifelong ability to change, to grow, and to forge new connections, especially when you challenge it with something complex and new, like learning a language. Seriously, learning a language is like taking your brain to the gym. Every single time you switch between languages, you're doing a rep for your cognitive flexibility. Recalling vocabulary words? That's strengthening your memory. Figuring out new grammar? That's boosting your creative and logical thinking. It literally makes your mind sharper. And this mental exercise has some profound long-term benefits. I mean, research is actually showing that the cognitive reserve you build up by being bilingual can help delay the onset of devastating diseases like Alzheimer's. It's a really powerful investment in the future health of your brain. And check this out. It shows that this isn't some impossible, lifelong quest. The U.S. Foreign Service Institute, the place that trains diplomats, has basically mapped it all out. As you can see, languages that are closer to English, like Spanish or French, are totally achievable in about 6 or 7 months of dedicated study. Sure, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but the point is, there's a finish line, and it's probably closer than you think. Okay, so if our brains are perfectly capable and the benefits are enormous, what is the single biggest thing that holds adult learners back from actually succeeding? It's not about your age. It's not about your aptitude. It almost always comes down to one simple yet incredibly powerful emotion: the fear of speaking, that anxiety of sounding silly or just making a mistake. And this anxiety, it's all rooted in a fear of being judged. We worry about our accent, we're afraid of using the wrong word, and we absolutely dread that moment of just freezing up in front of somebody. This fear stops us from doing the one thing we need to do to get better: practice speaking in real, low-stakes situations. And this brings us to the most modern part of our story, which is honestly a total game changer. Technology is now giving us a revolutionary solution to this very human, age-old problem. A solution that just didn't exist even a few years ago. A recent systematic review published in the scientific journal Aranda UTIC dug deep into exactly this. It analyzed how generative AI tools are becoming a massive help for language learners, especially when it comes to practicing your actual speaking skills. So, the study pointed out 6 key ways AI directly tackles these challenges. I mean, think about it. It can give you personalized lessons and immediate feedback, so you're not just guessing. It puts you in the driver's seat of your own learning. But the real breakthrough is in steps 3 and 4. It actively reduces your anxiety by creating a safe space for you to have simulated realistic conversations, letting you practice without any of that fear. And this really is the heart of it. Just imagine a conversation partner that has unlimited patience, never gets tired, never judges your accent, and is ready to go 24/7. That's what AI tutors are offering. They create that perfect, no pressure environment you need to build the confidence to finally get over that fear of speaking. So let's tie this all together. We've seen that the adult brain is totally built for learning, the benefits are huge, and now technology is removing the biggest psychological hurdle. So, what does all this mean for you? Here's the main takeaway. Those old excuses are kind of disappearing. The biggest things holding you back aren't your age or some kind of natural inability. The real barriers today are just your own mindset and simply having access to the incredibly powerful new tools that are out there. So, as we wrap this up, it really brings us to one last crucial question. In a world where technology is making it easier than ever to get past our oldest fears about learning, the only real limit is your own ambition. So, what new skill are you going to unlock?